Alright, good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Welcome to my very late press conference. I tried to make this as recent as I could. In coordinates with the game schedule tomorrow afternoon at 1. As you know, we play the Miami Dolphins, otherwise known as the Miami Fish. And, hopefully we can sneak out with a win, but I think we all know how that's going to go. So I have an injury report right here on some sticky notes. There it is. Starting with wide receiver Jacoby Myers. He's missing a few genes, which was actually quite sad. We had no clue that this was a lingering injury for him for quite some time, and I spoke with Pete, and he's baffled. He has no clue how this was undetected for the past couple of years. He has no clue how this happened, and so we're going to send him over to a geneticist as soon as we can. Very similar to Kyle. Some time ago, I think it was last year or a year or two, I'm not sure, but he had a missing chromosome, and that was. Christ, I've never seen anything like it. And now with Jacoby with a missing gene, or actually multiple genes, missing genes. Sad, very very sad, very sad to hear that. Very disappointing, very unexpected as well. All right, next, wide receiver slash halfback Ty Montgomery, twisted man parts. Painful, very painful, very very uncomfortable to watch, very cringy, very not very satisfying to watch at all. And then for Isaiah Wynn, he was just taken off the injury report, I think yesterday, or it might have been today, but he's missing a few brain cells. But he's active for tomorrow's game against the Dolphins. He's active. I told Pete and I told Bill, I don't think it's safe to be letting this guy play with no brain cells, with no neurons. I think the connectivity between his dendrites and his axon hillock would be very delayed, very literally retarded, slow, and I thought that would hinder his performance on the field, as if he had any fucking performance at all. With the injuries, I don't know what the hell. I don't know if Ty's most likely not going to show up. Jacoby, I don't fucking know. But Isaiah he's been cleared. He's off waivers, but just to be or off the injury list. Just the latest update. He is missing a few brain cells. Isaiah. We just discovered this. I think on Wednesday, but he is cleared. He is feeling a little better. He is, his left arm is working well. His right leg is fine. He can look left. He can look right. He can look up. He can look down. So we have high hopes for him going into this game. All right. I'll take your questions regarding the Miami game then.
Hey Jim.
Hi Stephanie. How are you?
Overall thoughts on going into the the first game of the season, just the overall mood of football's back, and just how the players feel and how you feel as well.
Yeah, it's good to, have football back. Off-season kind of flew by, to be honest with you, in my opinion at least. Just Devontae, Lil Jordan, very, very proud of Lil Jordan. We just got the news today he got promoted, so he most likely will be in the game tomorrow against Miami. He got promoted. Harvey got promoted as well. Why, I have no clue. But Harvey got promoted, probably a special teams guy. Lil Jordan, same with him. We might see him on the field, a couple offensive snaps every once in a while. But Lil Jordan was mostly a kind of a last-minute decision. Trying to determine do we want him to get a few more practice reps in, practice days rather, or do we really feel like he knows what he's doing? And I think Lil Jordan knows what he's doing. He's been in the league long enough. He's 27. He knows what he's doing. So he may not be flashy like Justin or Tyreek himself, or guys like Devontae or Cooper, but either one. Lil Jordan, I watched his highlights when he played for New Orleans, when he played for Texas, or Tennessee, or whatever it was. I think he went to Texas, but he knows what he's doing. He's a good kid. He uses his size well. He knows what he's doing. He's a good kid. He's dependable. He's got really solid hands. He'll be fine.
Hey, Jim, how you doing, man?
All right, Dante, how are you?
So my question to you is, so y'all know the Patriot offense all through the preseason was struggling, and vast majority of all these analysts, you feel me, they all have us losing by no more than 11 points. You want to come up with a score prediction for yourself or no?
No, I'm not doing a score prediction. No. Overall the goal is to score one more point than the other team. It could be 2-0. It could be 55-54. It could be a college game, for all I know. But all I care about is that the score is more for us than it is for the other team, and that's really all I care about. Would it be good to have less than 20 points? Sure. Scored against us, yes. Meaning we hold them to less than 20. That would be very good. But overall a win is a win, and I think our defense actually has a reverse effect in which it sucks through the first few games, and then I think our strong point is really the middle of the year. And then the end of the year, we really start to suck again. At least that's what I got from past couple of years from this team, is that we suck. Our peak is kind of in the mid-season, and then we suck at the end of the season again. And then we blow our chances to make the playoffs. And even if we do, we're the first ones to go. So we were easily the weakest team in the playoffs last year. So I'm not doing no score predictions or anything.
All
right, Mr. Fujimoto.
My question to you is about Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Two really speedy guys. Jalen Waddle, I think, had 104 catches in the year, and then Tyreek just. I remember Bill Belichick actually went over the game last week, or one of the preseason game. I don't remember what team it was against, but it was against some team where he just blew right past. I think it was the Lions or something. Sorry, but he just blew right past the two defender, or the corner and the safety, and caught a pass. So I mean, if Tyreek Hill can do that, how do you stop that?
Yeah, having two guys like that with Tyreek and Jalen, especially Jalen, he's a Alabama kid, caught a lot of passes from Mac. Same thing with guys like Devontae, guys like John. Stopping two guys like that really is a pain in the ass, really, for really any team, regardless of whether if you're the Bills secondary, whether if you're the, one of the good secondaries, the Browns secondary, the Ravens secondary, anybody, the Rams secondary with Jalen Ramsey. It's a pain in the ass, dealing with those kind of guys, and we're really going to have to, pay attention to every little thing, for anything from the formations to the cadences to the releases to the routes, the concepts, what happens after the play. everything. What happens before the play, the huddle, pre-snap reads, quarterback conduction, hot route calling, audible calling, everything. Every little thing that we can, think of, we're going to have to, lock down on everything. So, because those two guys, you leave one guy open, you double team one guy, the other guy's going to be wide open. So, and we all know Jalen can catch. He had 104 catches last year. So.
No, just if Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. Oh, bless you.
Thank you. If Tyreek Hill can do that, what do you think Jalen Waddle can do?
Yeah, I mean Jalen's a really smart guy. He's really quick. He got really good hands. He's fast, just as fast. Well, maybe not just as fast, but maybe like microscopically slower than Tyreek. But he's still a fast guy. I mean, what do we got? What do we got here? We got Jalen on Tyreek, or I'm sorry, we got Jonathan on Tyreek, and then we got Jalen on Jalen. So, which Jalen's going to win? I don't know, but I do know. But I'd rather not say. That's Mills really has a lot to prove this year. He's got 1 year with the team. He knows the defense now. He's had practice. He's had off seasons. He's had 2 off seasons, I think. But he's gotta get his shit together, Jalen, this year, if he's gonna stay here. Because next question, please.
All right, Jim, just with Cedric Wilson, if you double team Tyreek, it's ultimately going to leave Jalen Hill with a one-on-one. He can outrun really anybody, too. And then with Cedric Wilson, just how do you plan on stopping those two guys? If you leave Tyreek open, or if you double team him and leave 1 or 2 guys wide open, and then stopping Mike Gesicki as well, how do you plan on stopping Mike Gesicki?
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of the Bills game with the playoff loss. We tried to double team Steph. One guy couldn't cover him, and then Miles couldn't cover Isaiah McKenzie. No one could cover Dawson Knox. No one could cover Gabe Davis. Just nobody could cover anybody. And then Devontae Ballsby, Devontae Ballsack, that guy gets his ankle shattered by Josh Allen. This is Devontae. I said, it's Josh Allen. His first thing he's going to do, he's not going to juke you. He's not going to stutter step you. He's going to run through you before he does any flashy shit. So just try to lower your shoulder and do something, or punch the ball out of something, and he gets his ankle shattered. It's unreal. And then, as far as Cedric, we got a history with Cedric. The Cowboy game last year, caught a few passes on us. Yeah, he did that. So, Cedric, I like Cedric. I think he's actually one of the more underrated receivers. He's good size, solid hands, dependable. He can catch. He can get open. He's fine. How the hell we plan on stopping him, I have no clue. But I don't. Then again, if any of these guys are playing, because I saw Miami had a pretty extensive injury list. But if they are playing, then God help us all. But if they're not playing, we just dodged a 50 caliber bullet. So, but we'll see what happens, I guess.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
Hi, Melissa. How you doing?
I'm good. So my question for you this is more of a technical question, if anything. But when it comes to playing man versus zone with this team with Miami, does it really kind of vary over the years, or do you try to stick with the same scheme?
Well, I think it really kind of depends on who's playing, who's coaching, what the defense looks like. Well, not the defense, but what kind of personnel's in the game, things like that. So that it could vary between each season, or it could vary through the game. If the zone doesn't work out, you switch to man. If man doesn't work, you switch to zone. If the quarterback is running the hell all over the place, throw in some spies, throw in some contains, throw in some zero blitzes, throw in some fires, throw in some zone blitzes. But I think all that stuff really depends. It depends, because everything in life depends on something. So everything depends, So, so, just with Tua, I would expect to see a lot more zone today or tomorrow because of Tyreek and Jalen. Because you don't just walk up to some guy, some guy doesn't just walk up to Tyreek and say, "Yeah, I'm gonna cover Tyreek," or "Yeah, I'm gonna press Tyreek." No, you don't really cover Tyreek. You just kind of hope to catch up with him. He's they don't call him the cheetah for no reason. So, but overall, I think it depends. But today or tomorrow, I'd expect a lot of zone from that team.
Another question for you is, how do you feel like the Miami defense will give you trouble?
Yeah, the defense. They got a lot of playmakers on defense. Guys like Christian, guys like Landon. I think is still there. Justin just got signed in the off season. Dependable special teams guy. Guys like X-Man or Xavier Howard. Guys like Eric. Eric is still there. Guys like Javon Holland, the safety. Byron, of course. Jerome Baker, of course, gave us a whole bunch of shit when Cam was here. So Andrew Van Ginkel, if he's there. So a whole bunch of guys. The team is filled with playmakers. So that'll be tough. That'll be tough. Yeah.
Coach, just to follow up again, have you had any experience with Coach McDaniel, Mike McDaniel, over the years?
Well, I haven't really worked with him personally, but I know that he just got hired. But no, I don't have a lot of experience with Mike. But I know that the defense is well disciplined, well coached. They play hard, they play tough, they play well, they play smart, they play aggressive, they play mean. But not very much mean. But they play. They're good. They're a good team. Top 10 defense. So top 5 probably.
All right, Jim. And my question for you is, what's so intimidating about the Miami defense? I know they're a good defense. I think they actually led the league in turnovers one year. I think it was a couple years ago. But what really makes them a tough defense?
Really, I think it's because their ability to really their pass rush and their secondary are really able to move, play in sync, play so well simultaneously. Meaning, once the pass rush becomes successful, then the secondary really becomes successful. Very very much like us. When we were 2019-20, when Jamie was here. Jamie went off, and he somehow didn't make the Pro Bowl, but he was everywhere on the field. I mean, 33-3, first game against the Steelers. I says, what the hell am I looking at? And then, 1 year later, playoff game, Josh Allen, it's a totally different team. It's like, what the hell is this? What am I looking at? What the hell? What am I watching now? So this defense is just, wildly inconsistent. But our defense, the Miami defense is, I think it's the way that they play. They're disciplined. They're coached well. They're always looking to cause turnovers and cause disruptions in the defensive line. So they're a smart defensive team. They know how to attack you and how to piss you off. So that's very good.
Hey Jim, just last question. How do you feel like the weather really makes an impact down here? The humidity, the heat, and how do you think that really impacts the players? And how do you feel like they should handle it?
The way I think they should handle it, is just to fucking shut up and go play. Just fucking get over it and just stay hydrated as much as you can, and you'll be fine. If you get a headache, all right, we'll take you out for a few minutes. If you start feeling a little funny, then okay, we'll take a look at you. But if you're just gonna say, damn, it's hot out here. Well, we're playing in Miami, you freaking wingnuts. It's supposed to be hot. So what do I expect from these turds, from these clowns, is to just shut the hell up and get over it and go play. All right. Thank you very much, people at the press. Thank you very much. I will have my first pregame locker room with these freaking imbeciles tomorrow. Yeah, it's not going to be good for everyone. If we lose that game. It's, here's another thing that pisses me off is when people say, oh, the first 4 weeks is just an extension of the preseason. Bullshit! That's why we have a preseason and a regular season. So when people say, oh my God, the Patriots' first 4 weeks is supposed to be the extension of the preseason, bullshit! It's just, but you don't see the fucking, the Broncos doing that. You don't see the fucking Niners doing that. You don't see the Cowqueers doing that. You don't see the Dolphins doing that. You don't see the Packers, the Vikings doing that shit. They treat every game like it's important to them. It's competitive. Who gives a fuck if it's the first week? Who gives a fuck? I give a fuck. We have to wait all fucking season, all year, for the regular season to start, and then you lose the first game. What the fuck? Alright. Thank you, people of the press. Alright. I'll probably make a video either Tuesday or Monday, or I'm sorry, probably Sunday night or Monday afternoon, regarding the whatever the hell happens to this team Sunday afternoon. Alright. Thank you very much, people at the press. Thank you very much. No more questions. Thank you. Good to be back, Tim, huh? Good to be back. Stephanie, Eco, good to be back, huh?